Hey guys, Spud here, and today's mission video is all about showing off the low-level capabilities the AAQ-13 LANTIRN navigation pod brings to the F-15E Strike Eagle. And I can't thank the guys in the digital controllers enough for helping to facilitate that and increase the immersion of all of our pilots in the mission, and help to teach the more inexperienced ones how to operate in as realistic of an aviation environment as we can create with our current tools. And of course, big thanks to Fox 3 Managed Solutions, whose servers and server admin expertise always makes it much easier and far more fun for me to host these very large-scale missions. I hope you guys enjoy the video, and we'll see you in the next one. The Shah slid closer and closer to the edge of his seat in the darkened ops room at Takeoff Air Force Base as two simultaneous operations occurred on two separate fronts, with radios from each blaring into the room as various administrative and operations personnel rushed around the room with grease pencils in hand as they tried to keep track of aircraft, ground forces, ships, enemy MiGs, SAM sites, and ground defenses. The Shah's many years in the cockpit and many years leading young pilots into combat made him feel every G-strain, every panicked SAM launch call, and every elated call of splash or shack deep in his soul as he started to sweat through his black suit, having been unable to change into his military uniform since giving his speech in Tel Aviv early this morning. He clutched his son's number 69 Hammer Squadron patch in his fist as he could hear both of the operations start to come to a crescendo. As JSOWs and LGBs fell upon SAM sites in the Sinai, and American A-10 Warthogs and Dhimar Hornets made low strafing passes over the shoulders of Apaches and infantrymen on the ground. From the radio calls of the Forward Air Controller Airborne and the Joint Terminal Air Controllers, the Shah and everyone in the room knew that the Royal Dhimar Army tanks and soldiers were on the airfield and storming into the Palmyra Acropolis and Casbah. With a wave of his hand to the public affairs officer, she quickly picked up a phone, and in minutes, the radios were being broadcast directly to the airwaves, and thousands of Dhimaris listened in on their radios and watched on their televisions. On the front lines, a daring BBC cameraman and reporter lugged their audio and camera equipment sprinting as fast and as low as they could as bullets whizzed past them as they stormed into the Acropolis alongside Dhimari infantrymen. While it was against regulations, better judgment had prevailed, and they both carried a surplus Vietnam-era M16 that had long lost its black finish. They paused to check their cameras had a fresh battery and a fresh magazine in their rifles, as two FA-18 Hornets screamed directly overhead, firing their Vulcan cannons into the ancient ruins and flashing the black Scorpion insignia of the 1st Special Operations Squadron on their tails. The two BBC men set up their camera, quickly going live on Crazy Ivan and Blind Man JTACs, as they stood resolutely in the face of enemy fire, directing what felt like hundreds of aircraft stacked above them, as strafing run after strafing run started to slowly silence the enemy guns within the ancient city. The two men, Crazy Ivan and Blind Man, now had a cult following as thousands watched live across the world, with the BBC journalist commenting on the coolness and precision with which the JTACs brought the jets down from on high to deliver their ordnance or fire their cannons in the most accurate way possible. The cameraman panned up just in time to see an American A-10 Thunderbolt tear through the sky, its loud gun shaking the chests of the men beneath it with its thunderous brrr that made the aircraft so beloved to so many, and the camera panned down just in time to capture the A-10 pilot ripping apart an entire column of Pirani tanks within the city, and the guns finally fell silent. In the background, the FLAK circling high above them could be heard telling his pilots over the radio, "That's Miller time, Miller time. All flights are cleared off station." The BBC journalists framed the shot nearly perfectly, a moment in time that would forever be part of the history books, alongside the Marines at Iwo Jima, as Blind Man and Crazy Ivan finally released the now painful death grip on their radios and knelt down in exhaustion. The Royal Dhimar infantrymen raised the flag of the Kingdom of Dhimar on the ancient Acropolis and at the airfield. And in every city, every airfield, and every foxhole, a wild and thunderous cheer broke out across the front and across the nation of the Kingdom of Dhimar. The Shah jumped from his seat and yelled in celebration alongside everyone around him. And he thought to himself that the Air Force will once again save the Kingdom of Dhimar. But the celebration, at least here in the ops room in Tel Naf, quickly died down, as the men and women started to plan the next phase of the war in the north. While Palmyra had been recaptured, it was nowhere near secure, and maximum pressure had to be applied in order to keep the Empire of Paran on its back foot. In a small and dark room in Langley, Virginia, an analyst watched what was dubbed the waterfall, a continuous stream of social media posts, hashtags, and photos flashed across the large screen at the front of the room. And he squinted as photos of Russian Il-76 Candids with various captions all to the effect of "The Empire will rise from the ashes, Paran will prevail, and long live the Sultan" splashed across Telegram, WhatsApp, and Twitter. Within minutes, American spy satellites were repositioned in their polar orbits to pass over the airfields of the Caucasus region and revealed dozens of Russian Il-76s being loaded with tons of supplies. It didn't take an Ivy League degree or a highly trained analyst to work out the destination of these Candids and their deadly cargo. Above the newly captured city of Palmyra, the skies began to turn dark and angry as the sun finally slipped beneath the horizon. As the warm, humid air of the Mediterranean Sea became seeded by the smoke and dust thrown up by the intense fighting all along the front lines. The resulting massive buildup of clouds and deluge of rain became a lifesaver for the thousands of refugees fleeing the fighting south into the inhospitable and deadly Badia, but also offered the lumbering Il-76s the perfect cover to escape from the sights of Dhimari fighters. With American aircraft and personnel barred from directly engaging Russian forces, and with the massive storms rolling in, it would be impossible for RDAF Tomcat crews to hunt down and destroy each individual transport, even with the best of AWACS support available, especially if the Russian Air Force stepped in to aid the Empire of Paran Air Force in providing escort. The only good option remaining to USAF, US Navy, and RDAF planners was to crater the runways that would be used by the Candids to land and deliver their cargo. The Shah, the RDAF's leadership, and the Americans all agreed that scrubbing the transport's mission and avoiding escalation that would come from numerous Russian casualties was the best way to proceed forward. The only aircraft in theater that could take on such a mission in these conditions were the newly delivered F-15E Strike Eagles. Boeing contractors working around the clock on the new, untested but very powerful aircraft had finally been able to integrate the AAQ-13 LANTIRN navigation pod into the jet's avionics, causing some of the RDAF's pilots and ground crew to rename the aircraft Akil, or Intruder in Arabic, in reference to the Grumman A-6 Intruder, the king of low-level strike throughout the Cold War. Alright guys and gals, I know you're all exhausted from flying multiple sorties a day and the close air support effort over Palmyra. However, the ATO has passed down one more tasking for this evening before we can all get some rest. With the retaking of Palmyra and most of the Palmyra oil fields, the Russian Federation is now trying to establish an air bridge to the Empire of Paran to resupply their depleted army. Now, we need to prevent this without causing undue Russian casualties that would escalate the situation with the Russian Federation. However, the only way that we can come up with that can accomplish this is to actually scrub the Il-76 Candids mission entirely. We can do this by cratering the usable remaining runways within the heartland of the Empire of Paran. These airfields include Basel al-Assad, Patay Air Base, Abu al-Duhur Air Base, Jarrah Air Base, Tabqa, and Des-Ir-Azor Air Base as well, off to the far east. Now, these are the only remaining runways that are undamaged that are long enough for an Il-76 to conceivably land at. We're not going to be hitting the airfields within Incirlik, the capital of the Empire of Paran, because that would be an undue logistical challenge for the Empire of Paran in order to actually get the supplies offloaded by the Candids across the mountains all the way to the front line. They'd either have to use sea lanes that we have covered, or they'd have to drive them all the way across on trucks that we can then interdict. So therefore, our primary targets today are going to be these 6 remaining runways. Now, with these conditions that we have at the moment, the only aircraft that can hit these runways accurately and reliably at night within these storms is going to be the new F-15KD Strike Eagles. They're going to be going in at low level to attack these runways with retarded bombs. Supporting the F-15KDs are going to be 2 flights of DAD aircraft that are going to be flying throughout the heartland of the Empire of Paran to attack and degrade any remaining SAM systems that may be up and active and pose a threat to our strike aircraft. Supporting the DAD elements are going to be an OCA element that's going to fly in to push out or shoot down any enemy MiGs that are operating within the area of operations. Following up that effort, the strike flights will push and a TARCAP station will be set up in the very center of the heartland of the Empire of Paran. We can see the TARCAP station here on the map as well. It's kind of in the no man's land to the northwest of the Palmyra oil fields, where there isn't much in the way of settlements, so it won't be much in the way of FLAK batteries or SAM batteries to interfere with our TARCAP flights in their stations. However, they will be centrally located to be vectored in to defend any of the F-15s on their low-level ingress or egress away from their targets. One more thing to note is Gaziantep Air Base has been identified as the air base that the Islamic Emirates of Persia Air Force is using to stage their F-4Es or F-15As out of Gaziantep. Their ROE is unknown still to us at this point, so we don't know what will cause them to engage or what will cause them to fly out and potentially threaten any Dhimari or American aircraft within the area of operations. So let's continue on from there. In the south, we have 3 tanker tracks that are going to be supporting us today. We have the Texaco track out to the west over Marj Ruhail Air Base, the Texaco track over the Royal Dhimar Air Force helicopter base at Tamph, as well as the Shell track further to the north. Now, the MIPRS tankers are going to be in the Shell track today to provide support to the FA-18s and F-14s that are doing most of the air-to-air work this evening. The Texaco tracks are going to be set up for the F-15KDs to refuel and top off their tanks before their low-level ingress to their targets. We want them to top off their tanks as a time waster of sorts in order to allow the DEED aircraft to do their work in degrading those SAM systems, as well as the OCA flight to degrade the SAM threat within the area of operations, as well as topping off the F-15's tanks to allow them to fly as fast as possible, as low as possible, without having to worry about a low state situation. Now, another great thing about the Palmyra oil fields being retaken by the Kingdom of Dhimar Army is the fact that engineers are now working on the Palmyra airfield in order to restore the airfield to some sort of operational capacity as an emergency divert field for battle-damaged or low-state aircraft to at least have somewhere pretty far north in order to land in an emergency situation. Of course, we have aircraft today coming out of H3 Main, as well as Marj Ruhail and Kalkala Airfield that will then be pushing toward their target areas. The OCA and DAD flights will be pushing directly from their airbase into the AO, then followed up by the TARCAP flights, and then followed up by the F-15s that'll push directly from their tanker tracks. Here we have our commander's intent, pretty much the same as what we've already gone over. Our mission lineup card, including our intra-flight frequencies, TAC hands for yard sticking in case you can't find your wingman or anything of that nature, the mission set assigned to you, the service of the aircraft assigned to your flight. I know that there's been mixing of, say, F-16s between USAF and Royal Dhimar Air Force units at this point in order to alleviate maintenance and aircraft availability concerns, but today, for this mission, you have to make sure that you have a Royal Dhimar Air Force roundel on the tail or on the wing of your aircraft in order to participate in the strike. For the call signs today, we've got Egyptian gods for the F-15s, and we've got philosophers as well as gods and goddesses from the Greek side for the rest of the aircraft today. Moving on to our next slide. Mission intel is basically the same. Biggest change to the mission intel here for you guys is going to be that Russian Il-76s are inbound and are airborne, and it's unknown if they have Pirani or Russian escorts. If the fighter escorts for the Il-76s are Russian and they do need to be engaged for any reason, we can expect those pilots to be a little bit more tactically sound and a little bit higher skilled than the Pirani pilots we're used to engaging. For the departure procedures today, the departure is just going to be radar vectors on course. Because of the weather, they'll probably give you runway heading through the clouds and up to, once you break out, then probably get to own nav onto course. For the arrival procedures, expect radar vectors to an approach. Disregard the approach procedures here that was printed on these cards. There is no ILS available for these airfields. What we'll probably end up doing is getting vectors to get down below the base of the clouds, which are somewhere in the neighborhood of 4,500 feet to 6,000 feet AGL, break through, and then provide a visual approach or potentially a TACAN approach to these airfields. Communications, basically for the primary radio in your aircraft, you want to be that on the proper frequency for the mission comms flow plan. The aux radio will be the intra-flight frequency found on the roll call page. All of the separate F-15s will be on the same frequency on their aux radio in order to check in with each other. This is due to the fact that we are single ships, but we do want to be able to reach out to each other because some of our flight paths do overlap. We've got Taxi 2 Snoopy is up with us, as well as Red Crowns to provide us support. And then we do have towered airfields today at Kalkala, Marj Ruhail, and H3 Tower. So keep that in mind. Those are the buttons that you'll be talking to those guys on. For the package playbook, we've pretty much gone over this already, but our code words: Glass Panther for the OCA and DAD flights ingressing to their target areas. Eager Neptune, TARCAP flights are on station. Complex Castle strike flights are ingressing to the target area. And then Palace Cobra is going to be called by each individual F-15 once they've hit their target and they're now egressing out of the area. As we've already gone over, OCA and DAD flights will push direct to the AO to degrade the SAM and MiG threat for the strike and TARCAP flights. TARCAP flights will push behind them and establish cap over the area of operations and provide assistance to OCA flights if needed and to protect the strike flights. Strike flights will proceed to the tanker tracks, top off their tanks as needed, while the SAM and MiG threat is then degraded. Strike flights are pushing to the target once refueled, and TARCAP is on station over the AO. TARCAPs will engage any MiGs threatening the strike flights, and TARCAP flights will egress when the strike flights leave the area of operations. For the DAD playbook, basically this is just a zoomed in view of what your guy's job will be. But we still have here a bunch of the SAM sites that are known to be active within the area of operations. This is collected from various ELINT human sources, as well as JSTARS, taking a look with their radars down at those airfields, taking a look at the various SAM sites that are installed and defenses installed at those airfields. Primary targets are going to be the SA-6 sites at Abu al-Duhur and Tabqa airfield, because those are going to be the biggest concern for low-level F-15s. Secondary is going to be the SA-2 sites at Hatay airfield, the airfield I'll be hitting, and Jarrah airfield. And then, of course, our tertiary sites are going to be Basa al-Assad, which is just defended by a couple of SA-8s, and Deir ez-Zor airfield with fire cans and directing AAA. OCA playbook, basically same thing, zoomed in look on what the OCA flights are going to be doing here. They're going to push the target areas and engage enemy MiGs in operating the area of operations of our strike flights this evening. For our strike playbook, we have all of our airfields are going to be hitting, the location of those airfields, the altitude of those airfields, and the course to run in order to be lined up directly for those airfields for the delivery of your weapons today. Again, this is just a zoomed in view of what the strike flights are going to be doing. We'll go over this more in individual flight briefings. For the TARCAP flights, basically you're going to fly to your TARCAP stations and fly that cap pattern and basically split your flights, if required, into separate elements to cover more ground, but that's going to be at flight lead's discretion. For the DIAD flights, that's also at flight lead's discretion if they want to break their flight apart into separate elements in order to cover more ground and hit more of those SAM sites quicker and more effectively. For the navigation overview, we have a overview of all the navigation points. The strike flights have the most complicated flight plan for this evening, as they ingress and then egress at very low levels through the mountains and valleys. The DIAD flights basically just have the airfields that they're going to be attacking defenses at loaded into your INS systems, so that way you can very easily find your targets. However, these will not be perfect waypoints for you to simply drop JDAMs through the clouds in order to hit those defenses. These are just general areas of the airfield, so you have to use other sensors in order to get a better fix on those SAM sites and other defensive installations. For TARCAP, your guys' navigation is very simple, just coming off the runway. Then we've got Cap Station Point 1 and Cap Station Point 2 at waypoints 3 and 4 respectively. We also have TACAN navigation at Ramat David Airfield, Marj Ruhail, Kalkala, and H3. Lost Comms Divert Field is going to be King Hussein Air College, so if you do go Nordo, make sure that you divert to King Hussein Air College in order to be out of the way and keep other flights that are not Nordo safe. There's no NOTAMs of note at the moment, so we'll move on from there to our weather. Weather report, you guys all know that the weather is degrading over the Empire of Paran as well as the northern portions of the Kingdom of Dhimar. H3, as of 1953 local, is wind 315 at 8 knots, so not too much wind, but 5 statute miles visibility. Keep in mind that in the rain squalls, that visibility drops down to basically 0. Overcast at 8,000, scattered at 180, few clouds at 40,000 feet. And then we've got a temperature of 10 degrees, dew point is -5, altimeter is 3 and zeros. Peak wind was 300 at 20:45 minutes after the hour, but shouldn't be too much of a problem for us today. Runways in use, H3 is going to be runway 29, Kalkala's runway 25, and Marj Ruhail's runway 24 right. Keep in mind, guys, that Marj Ruhail runway 24 left is closed and is in use as a taxiway, as well as extra dispersal for parked aircraft. So keep that in mind as we go through the evolution of taking off today. So that should be it. Everyone, have any additional questions or concerns, we can go over that, but otherwise let's go ahead and step out to the aircraft and get going. Let's go ahead and start this puppy up. Okay, conformal with tanks, inlets, engines, oxygen, AC, okay. green light on the JFS. Here comes number 2.
Warning, AMAD, fire, warning.
I'm going to take night vision.
Roger that. You still able to hear me?
Yep.
Alright, I'm also going to take some night vision goggles, because that makes sense. I thought I selected that already. Here comes 2.
The NPC, the screens in the back will automatically turn on, right?
Nope, you gotta turn them on.
Oh, there they are. Didn't see that button.
Yeah, it's because we didn't have, our generators weren't online yet. Alright, I got brake hold on. I'm gonna have the ground crew remove the chocks.
Chief, remove the wheel chocks. Copy. Wheel chocks are now removed.
Okay, I'm gonna bring the canopy down. Radios are on. 264.75. Radio check on 264.75.
Getting our CMS systems on.
Yep, alignment's coming. Got radio check on 264.75. That Osiris 7's checking in.
Osiris 7 got your 5x5. This is Moon 2. All stations,
got a Moon 2.
starting service.
Copy that, H3 tower. This is Osiris 7 radio check.
You're coming in broken, Osiris fleet.
Copy. Oh, we had a failed start on number 1. Let's try it again.
On.
There we go. There's a good start.
Nubis 4, ready check.
Got you loud and clear, Nubis 4.
Nubis 4.
H3 Towers, Osiris 7. Spot 57, ready for taxi. We have the weather.
You're clear to taxi, runway 29.
Have that Osiris 7, clear taxi 29. Sorry, what was that?
Is there any specific way you want your Mark 82 set up?
Yeah, stand back.
Tower, this is Rossley, I am ready to taxi. Rossley, you're clear to taxi. Go ahead and follow Osiris 71 out back taxi, runway 24, hold short, runway 29. Mr. Tower, this is Anubis 4. On that. Following the side to runway 29, Rossley.
Alright, up here we should be doing a left-hand turn. Our taxiway is going to turn to the right, and we're going to follow the left-hand side of the Y.
Anubis 4, ready to taxi. Anubis 4, you are also cleared to taxi, back taxi, runway 24, hold short, runway 29er, follow out raw 31.
We're just going to make a left-hand turn here, and that should take us out to runway 24 for the back taxi.
Alright.
Yep, just back me up on the airport diagram on F10, just make sure we're in the right spot.
21, ready to taxi, station 51.
We're taking...
You are also cleared to back taxi, runway 24, hold short, runway 29er.
Yeah, you're going that way. We've got two aircraft in front of us.
Copy.
that. 75-1, you are cleared straight out as correct on departure runway. On departure, climb runway heading, maintain 10,000, altimeter 30.00. On departure, stay with me on 277.55. 75-1, step takeoff runway 29, on departure, runway heading up to 10,000, 3000, and we'll stay on your frequency, 75-1.
We got two F-15s coming in behind us. Runway's clear for now.
Copy.
Back taxi, sorry.
Just trying to set up my map because we're going to need that, and it's hard to see if I don't get the brightness and contrast right.
Alright. He said like 830 feet, right, of interval, if you want to drop all 12.
Yeah, that's in milliseconds though, so I'm not quite sure. But I don't want to put the bombs. Let's do for an interval of, let's go for an interval of like 450.
450, got it. On the F-15, do I have to save this, like the A-10? Or does it automatically do that?
No, it automatically saves. Set the quantity to 12 and go for a C-dip release, ripple single, nose tail fusing.
Got it.
Beautiful, thank you. It's nice having a backseater.
I'm not gonna lie, it's my first mission. At DCS at least. Played too much Arma.
Gotcha.
Alright, C-dip, ripple single, nose tail. Interval 450, quantity is 12.
Beautiful, love it. Alright, before takeoff checks, conformal fuel tank coming on. Alright, radar is on. Keep that there. Okay. All lights out, got all lights out in the backseat.
Tower went through the clouds, call Popeye.
Yep, will.
75-1, we'll go.
All lights out.
Roger. And then basically just back me up in the front seat here. It's going to be a pretty heavy workload for us going through the clouds and then flying down low. So if you see something that you don't like, then let me know and we'll either pop it up to a higher altitude, or we'll make a decision on what to do from there.
Got it. I got my station set for air to ground everything, so just tell me if you want the radar up.
Gotcha. And do you have your flight controls set up in the back seat as well?
Yep. Isn't it J to request?
Yep, sure is.
It's your tower, 751, pop out at 10,000, pirate base 8,500, pop out at 10,000, scattered up here still. 75-1, you were clear to switch tactical, good day. 75-1, pushing tactical, seal.
If you have a second, if you want to check over the pack page just to make sure I got everything right.
I was watching, you're good. H3 Tower, this is Osiris 7, holding short, runway 29, ready for departure.
Osiris 7-1, you are cleared for takeoff as fragged. On departure, climb runway heading, maintain 10,000, altimeter 30.00. On departure, stay with me on 277.55.
Roger that, 27755, runway heading up to 10 for Osiris 7, taking runway 29. Alright, you ready back there?
All good.
Okay. All lights are out, 4 takeoff checks good, conformal tanks turned on. I think we should be ready to go. Alright, there's 82%. And burners. Oh, almost forgot the flaps, jeez. Gears coming up. Flaps coming up. Ooh, she's heavy.
H3 Tower, call 3, holding short, runway 29.
3, wake up.
Route 31, you're cleared for takeoff, runway 29er. On departure, climb runway heading, maintain 10,000, altimeter 30.00. On departure, stay with me on 277.55. And once you're through the clouds, call Popeye.
Heading into the clouds.
What's that?
Nothing, just saying.
Clear
heading into
takeoff,
the clouds.
Route 3.
Gotcha. I wasn't even under night vision yet.
So Osiris 7-1, H3 Tower, we're here through the clouds, call Popeye.
After that, Osiris 7. New PI rep for H3 Tower. Looks like the bases are around 5,500.
Roger that, 5,500. H3 Tower,
Oh, 7,000.
A4,
Roger.
ready for departure, runway 29. Maneuvers 4, you are cleared for takeoff as fragged. Climb and maintain 10,000 on runway heading, altimeter 30.00, and on departure stay with me on 277.55. Copy, sir, departure heading, stay with you on 277. H3 Tower, Moon 2-1, holding short.
H3 Tower, Osiris 7 is Popeye 10,000.
Osiris 7-1, you are cleared direct waypoint 1, switch tactical.
Copy that, waypoint 1 over to tactical for Osiris 7. Alright, that should be...
Alright,
Can you give me button 8 on comm 1?
Takeoff as fragged on runway 29er. Climb runway heading, maintain 10,000, altimeter 30.00, and on departure stay with me on 277.55. Roger, departure heading.
Crap, I forgot how to use the
runway
heading.
No worries, I got it.
Thank you. Is that a page on the MFDs?
No, it's just the scroll wheel on the UFC.
Oh, there it is. Crap, yeah.
Red Crown, this is Osiris 7, single ship F-15 KD, checking in as frag.
Osiris 7-1, Red Crown, contact bullseye 144, 216, Angels 10, proceed as frag.
Yeah, the proceeding as fragged, and that alpha checks were 145 for 214.
Osiris 7-1, get alpha check.
We gotta wait around a bit for our friendly flights to start doing some DAD work, so I'm not pushing the power, just save some gas this way.
Roger.
And big thing is, once we go low level, don't let me forget to turn the external lights out.
Yeah, I got you. I can do radio comms in the backseat, right?
Yep, you can. Alright, autopilot's on. Red Crown, Osiris 7.
Osiris 7.
Roger that, Red Crown. Should we go over to Snoopy for a tanker assignment?
I can give you one if you want.
Copy that. I'd love one.
And Osiris, you want your tanker in Bulls or Bra?
Bra works for me, and just need a call sign.
Let me get that for you. Stand by one. Osiris 7-1, proceed to Texaco 3-1. From you, he's brought 345 for 42. I got an intercept heading of 315 for you.
Copy that, Red Crown. For Osiris 7, any way we could get either Texaco 2-1 or Texaco 1-1, that's kind of en route for our target.
Roger, if you want 2-1 or 1-1, they're pretty much straight off your nose, 80 miles.
Copy that. We've got them on radar. Any preference on 1 or 2 for us?
No, sir, they're like right next to each other on my scope. I don't care.
Beautiful. Alright, let's go for
Red Crown, 2 groups. Group Bullseye 21629, 33,000, track southeast, 2 contacts, banded. Group Bullseye 111, 80, 30,000, tracks north, 2 contacts, banded.
go for 12 X-ray.
Good crowd, Anubis 4-1 checking in on my strike. Anubis 4-1, contact bullseye at 148 for 200, Angels 2-1, is that correct? No, straight off check. Roger, Anubis receives frag. Right crowd, Homer 7-1 in flight, Fortune F-18 checking in as fragged, Angels 2-2 for 2-5. No Simpson joke?
Sorry. Talking to me, what'd you say?
I didn't say anything. All good.
Alright, Homer, contact bullseye 194 for 170, Angels 2-2, proceed as fragged, I'm assuming no alibis.
Red Crown Osiris 7 is are the OCA and DAD flights Glass Panther?
7-1, say again.
Are the OCA flights Glass Panther at this time?
Affirmative, the Tango 1 is Glass Panther.
Copy that. Okay, we got our tanker on our nose for 75 miles.
Yep.
Packets, Anubis 4 proceeding to Texaco 2, thank you.
For strike flights, Osiris 7 is sorted on Texaco 1-1.
Osiris Anubis got the last, we're proceeding for Texaco 2.
Copy. Soon to be back in IMC. I'm going to bring the altitude up a little bit here.
Roger.
Oh yeah, I can see a big package of our guys out there on the radar.
Oh, I see that.
Yep, so we got, I think these are probably the OCA guys here, and then I'm guessing got a deed flight here, and maybe we've got the cap guys bringing up the rear. This is the This is the F-15 out in front of us, and then we've got our two tankers here and here. Just giving you some SA back there.
Thank you.
Red crowd, Olympus flight, flight of 5 F-14s for cap, checking in. Olympus, Red Crown, contact bullseye 173 for 100, Angels 2-1. Proceed on your current heading, I'm going to assign you a group in a moment.
Red Crown is our ACF.
Olympus flight. Red Crown 2 groups, group bullseye 166. All three is going to set up on, never mind, he just died. Single group bullseye 12062.
Copy that. Osiris 7's out in front of you by a bit, so we'll hook up first.
Excuse me, not Osiris. Olympus 1, commit. Copy. Committing, Olympus 1.
Tankers off our nose, but
Red Crown, Homer 7 is Glass Panther. Red Crown.
Roger, checking in, H-flight, flight of 4 F-18s, approximately 90 miles from waypoint 4.
80s, Red Crown, contact bullseye 187, launch 50, Angels 26, proceed as fragged.
Copy, proceeding as fragged.
I think what we'll do is we'll put the pod on top of the target when we're ingressing in, and we'll use the pod as a little bit of extra like penetration through the clouds and rain, so that way we can see the runway as early as possible.
I got it. What waypoint is it near?
It's going to be waypoint on the kneeboard. It is on the nav overview page. It's going to be, your target point is going to be waypoint 6.
6, alright.
Make sure it's the call sign and not the name. Athena Red Crown, status. Athena 4-1 Red Crown. Go for Athena. 1-2 status, what you guys doing right now?
And Athena 4-1, Red Crown Athena 4-1, we are currently trying to engage the SA-6 at Abu Al-Dhahar.
Like our gram?
Red Crown, copy.
What's that?
Like they're releasing some arms.
Perfect. Looks like there are some breaks in the clouds, so hopefully they get pods on the
Athena's recommend spin 1, let Olympus get in front of you so they can target the group bullseye 12640.
Athena 4-1, copy.
Red Crown Athena 4-4, declare 048 for 19. Athena 4, hostile. Roger.
Hey, I think you could just put out our speed brake.
Oh, crap.
Compass 1-1, Fox 3. Athena's a border flow west. Fox 3, flowing west.
My bad, hit a wrong button.
No worries, I'm not quite sure how you were able to do that when I have controllers yet.
That's
I don't
really
have a secondary frequency, just shoot over to Snoopy on 301.5.
Athena 4-1, Fox 3, flowing west. Correction, flowing east.
And negative, flow west.
Snoopy should be over on button 2.
Red Crown, additional group, bullseye 102, 30, 18,000, track south.
Whole bunch of fire cans and EWs, 1 SA2s on the air.
What's a fire cam?
Radar that directs AAA.
Red Crown, Homer 7 is available, we're gonna book it up.
Oh, fire control radar, that makes sense.
Red Crown, Plato 9, chicken in. Flight of 5 16 for the
Yeah, I got 3 or 4 of them to our
Homer 7-1,
3, 5.
92, 19,000 on hostile, 2 contacts. 028 hot hostile, over 7 committing.
Alright, good. Homers in the fight.
Target group 114, 28, excuse me, bullseye 112, 28, 19,000, tracks southwest, 2 contacts, hostile leading on Athena.
Wow. Big
Tanker's
fur
still
belt.
off our nose, about 35 more miles.
Yeah, copy that. I think guard tanker's the one on the left.
One on the left, got it.
Strike flight. Strike flight's Cyrus 7, switching over to my tanker free.
Killed a SU-27, 23.
Texaco 1-1, Chevy 1-1, request rejoin. Chevy 1-1, Texaco 1-1, proceed to pre-contact at 16,000 at 180. Osiris from City, how copy? Osiris 7, City 5, how copy?
Cyrus 7.
Osiris push Snoopy.
Cyrus push Snoopy.
Steady from Osiris, how copy?
Cyrus 7's up.
Osiris 7-1, Snoopy radar contact. Alpha check, bullseye 179er, 170.
And Snoopy, Osiris 7, Alpha check 180 for 169.
Osiris 7-1, Snoopy, Alpha check, sweet. Continue check-in.
Copy that. We're checking in on as fragged. We're just heading to Texaco 1-1 for some juice.
Osiris 7-1, Snoopy copies and report backup.
Copy that. We'll maintain on this station. We're on Victor 2 for the tanker.
Snoopy.
And Osiris 7 from City 5, confirm flight lead discretion to push, or do you want us to continue to orbit at Steer 2?
Let's continue to orbit at Steer 2 once we get some juice, and then we'll see where the SEAD flights are.
Sounds good.
29 Snoopy, Glass Panther has been called. The OC and D flights are on their way. The Snoopy picture clean.
Copy that.
Just past Dagan Station.
Yep. Got eyes on the tanker now. Oof, tanker's going slow.
Yeah, he's going very slow.
He's on a 3.
Oh yeah, he's going really slow. I don't think this is safe.
Yeah, kind of confirming that now as well. I'm not sure what's going on with him.
Snoopy, picture clean.
Alright, Osiris 7's right behind you here. Let's see if we can squeeze a little bit of juice out of him. Looks like it might be able to do it.
You still have like 13,000 pounds of fuel left. Oh, sorry.
Copy, I'll let you deal with that. I slowed down to 200 and I was still gaining on him.
Snoopy, picture clean.
Oh man, the AOA we're gonna have to pull.
Ready, recontact.
Yeah, it's unsafe. Unsure why the tanker is behaving that way.
I think they're set like to 290 ground speed.
Yeah, that's bizarre. I'm not sure what's going on with him. Alright, we're gonna have to audible here. 1 second. Snoopy, this is Cyrus 7, strike leak.
Osiris 7, Snoopy, pass a message.
Roger that. Tankers are sour. We're gonna have to call an audible here, and strike flights are gonna have to push right away.
Osiris, Snoopy copies, continuous right.
Copy that. Snoopy is, or Osiris is continuing as fragged.
75-1 pushing.
If you don't mind me asking, what does frag mean?
As planned, basically.
I'm going to switch back to inner flight.
Yeah, roger that. Going back to interflight. Can you give me
75, we have both Red Crown and Snoopy up. What do we want to use as primary?
Should be less busy on Snoopy.
That was our thought process as well. We'll monitor Red Crown and we'll pass anything unless you guys are also up on it.
Copy that. Roger that. We'll stick with Snoopy for now.
We kept keeping you on this frequency. We'll relay anything from Red Crown.
Copy.
Appreciate you, Snoopy. Thanks.
99, Snoopy, Eager Neptune.
Copy the Eager Neptune. Strike flights are Complex Castle. Complex Castle.
Route 3 echoes Complex Castle.
Alright, we've got the longest way to go, so we are just gonna smoothly bring it down to the deck here by waypoint 3, just so we can save as much gas as possible.
Got it.
Alright, we've got our eye on external wing tanks. We'll dump them when they are empty.
How much fuel are we carrying internal right now?
Got 23. Oh, internal?
Internal.
If I remember correctly, internal should be about 20,500 or so.
Alright.
Oh, are you popping flares?
No. Check if I accidentally put it on
Snoopy,
auto.
picture
Okay.
clean.
Nope, didn't dump flares. I don't know what that was.
Snoopy, Osiris 7, looks like we've got one Strike Eagle still on a tanker. If you want to push them, I think they're on Texaco 2-1's frequency.
Snoopy.
Okay, train following radar's coming up.
Are we allowed to respawn, Spud?
Star 7,
yeah, go for
4
it.
is now off the station. Sorry, off technical 2.
Copy.
Passing Angel 6.
Copy. Roger, there's the ground. Alright.
Don't forget to turn off our lights.
Yep, roger that. Light's coming out. And we are on our own, baby.
Darked out.
Let's keep an eye with the targeting pod out there for any obstructions that we might not see.
Got a mount in front of us, should clear it though.
Yep. Not sure why it's not giving me.
Picture clean.
Dang, these clouds making it hard to see the pod.
Yep, that's for sure.
There we go.
Yep, we're back on the deck.
We're clear for another like 10 miles.
Yep, looks like it. We got another ridge crossing coming up here.
Yeah, mountain right in front of us. About 2 miles.
Copy.
Or be passing on its, on our left.
Roger. Alright, I'm flying manually now for a second.
T-Pod is blind.
Alright, there's waypoint 4. Damn, autopilot took me way far away, so that was a circuitous route to get to waypoint 4. Sorry about that.
No problem. For the T-pod, how do I slew backwards? Because it takes me directly to nav point 9 whenever I want to move to the nav stuff.
It's gonna be the, standby. Okay, we got a mountain here.
Never mind, I got it.
Roger. Broken out of the clouds again.
Mounted toward left, about a mile off our nose.
Copy.
75-1 inbound IB.
Alright, we're clearing the ridge.
Copy, 75. Alright, oh shit, we're about to fly over a town. Oh, I see one of our flight members.
Oh crap, I did not see we broke out of the cover.
We'll work with it, we're good.
Holy crap, we're low.
Yep, that's the point.
We're 2,700.
Copy. I think that was, maybe a Nubis flight that just passed in front of us.
It's not letting me access my F10 menu, so...
Roger. And we're on to steer point 5.
Sam,
Is it splash or is it on us? It's probably splash.
I think it's a splash. I don't get any track warnings. Flight
Copy.
control radar off our nose. It's about 3 o'clock-ish.
Copy.
Yeah, we're getting pinged by him.
Roger.
Another flight control radar tracked off our 9.
Copy. Okay. Right, your radar. Keep an eye out for air-to-air threats. I'm gonna keep an eye out for the air-to-ground threats. Looks like we just passed a bunch of fire cans.
Yeah, we did. I'm looking out on the eye.
Copy that. Are they shooting at us?
Negative. I don't see any tracers in the air.
Copy. Okay, we're getting close to jettisoning our external tanks. So the autopilot is just sucking right now for me. So I'm playing mostly manual up here, so I'm just a little bit saturated.
No problem.
Alright, we're looking pretty safe out here for a while.
We got cans behind us, one toward 9 o'clock, about like 10 miles, I think.
Yeah, roger that.
Getting pinged by that guy on our 9.
At this point, I'm not really worried about the fire cans. We're going so fast, I don't think they can traverse their guns fast enough.
T-pod is on waypoint 6 now.
Copy that, thank you. I'm just gonna double check our armament while we got a quiet second here. Okay, seated, ripple single, nose tail, quantity 12, interval 450. Beautiful, I love it. Combat jet set up for our fuel tanks.
It's telling me 6s are off our right nose.
SA6s? Okay.
No. Waypoint 6 is off our right.
Yep.
Alright.
We're not yet at the IP. We've still got 67 miles to go.
Gosh dang it, a 16 just pinged us.
No worries. So that's a nails. He's not locking us up.
Yeah.
Go for Osiris.
I'm just...
I'm gonna bellows for Plato, plate.
Copy.
I just don't like it, because anytime I hear that sound, my blood pressure rises a little bit.
Kind of a big ridge crossing here. Let's get down. I thought I saw Anubis there again for a second. Biggest thing to point out is going to be SBs, as well as, yeah, basically SBs for MiG-29s. That's the big thing I'm worried about. Any 16s or 18s or 14s are going to be friendly.
Yeah. RWRS's picture is clean ahead of us.
Roger that. We got power lines on the top of this mountain up here, so we'll be careful of that. Snoopy, Osiris 7 picture.
Snoopy, picture clean.
Copy. Okay, looks like we're coming up on an EW set up here, and back into the rain. Okay, once we get a flat spot here, I'm going to jettison the tanks. Tanks should be gone.
It looks like it. Oh, no, never mind.
Try that again. Let's see here.
You've got some time, I don't see anything on the teapot in front of us.
Roger.
Alright, we've got a mountain 1 mile off our nose.
Alright, tanks are gone. Roger that. There's a
Dirt,
SAM.
fire control radar.
Copy.
It's a fire control.
Roger that. Yep, fire cans, you're right. Just kind of snake
He's
around
on our
here,
nine.
take right.
Still getting tracked by him.
Roger.
Doesn't have a good shot on us though.
Roger.
Tracers off our nose.
Oh, roger that.
9 o'clock.
Coming right. It's down lower. Okay, we should be out of the, we're out of the plane for those guys. Okay, 30 miles
Still
to our
tracking
IP.
us, but he's still tracking us, but I don't see any tracers.
Copy.
5 groups. Group bullseye 039er 62, 28,000 track west. Hostile F-15. Group bullseye 042, 61, 29,000 track southwest.
I got tracers off our
Hostile
7 o'clock.
F-15. Group bullseye 049,
Roger.
66, with a 6,000
Doesn't look like they're
track
shooting at us.
southeast. Hostile.
Yeah, they're probably going after our...
Tracer left, break right. Alright, we're good.
Roger that, Snoopy. Osiris 7, if you could give us updates on any aircraft that are going to be threatening us, the strike flights directly, that would be perfect. Are there friendly flights vectored on those F-15s?
Yep, there are friendly flights vectored on those F-15 and we'll keep the comms down for you guys.
I think I got one of our F-15 brothers. AAAs.
Osiris, this is a Moon 2. I just took off out of H3. Are you on 26475 on backup?
Negative. I don't know if, it should be one of the tower controllers that I've got.
To our radar fire control.
Moon 2-1, super radar contact,
Copy that.
Alpha check bullseye 147, 188.
Alright, I see this peninsula up here in front of us. I'm gonna jog around the peninsula to the left.
Roger, good check.
And we have got to get our fangs out because we are going to be IP inbound relatively shortly.
Moon 2-1 is single ship F-15E. 12 times, Durandal bombs, looking for strike.
Right.
Moon 2-1, thank you. Do you have own tasking?
Affirm, I have own tasking.
Moon 2-1, continue as fragged.
Roger, continuous frag, we'll go.
Alright, autopilot's off. Copy. Alright, when we come off the target, we're going to brake hard right and get away from... head back south as quickly as possible. Alright, we're over the water right now.
Yeah, we got mountains off our right side.
Copy. When we hit the IP point, we're going to try and fly on the course line as well as possible, so that way we can just get the bombs off on the target perfectly on the runway.
Roger. Let's hope our F-16s and 18s took out those radars.
I'm sure we'll be fine.
It's only going to be AAA over there, right?
Snoopy, Route 3 is bombs away and they're pulling out target.
Snoopy.
Hey, that might be an enemy
Osiris 7
F-15 pinging
is...
us. 9 o'clock. Sorry, 3 o'clock.
771, you cut off?
Osiris 7 is IP inbound. Any threats in the area?
Expect fire cannon threats directly off the nose.
Copy. Alright, we gotta get back on this course.
771,
I got 3 F-15s and 1 16 in front of us.
Hold on.
maneuver, hostile, heavy, 4 contacts, F-15 engaged by Homer 7.
Copy that. No direct threats to Osiris 7 though, correct?
Negative.
Roger. Alright, we're clear. Alright, let's get back on this course.
Yeah, radar's clear. Getting pinged by that F-15 again.
Yep. We're gonna ignore that now for now. I'm just worried about SAMs and AAA. We should be pretty protected down here in the valleys from any enemy aircraft, so let's ignore that threat for now.
City 5-1, we lost our WR. Are you showing any low-down threats on our route home here to the south?
75 was done.
Alright, we are feet dry.
751, clean on my scope. Caution, hostile airfield, bra 13770.
Got power lines in front of us on this mountain.
City 51 copies, and we'll avoid that area. Be advised, we
Okay, we're on the force line now.
significant battle.
Fair mile left.
Might need to declare as we get closer.
Copy.
Snoopy copies.
Alright, we're clearing them.
Roger. Should be coming up on the airfield.
Snoopy, same intentions.
75-1 attempts to return direct to primary airfield H3. We're navigating flying, we'll climb up past steer 9 once we're back in the country,
But
and
it's
we'll
saying
determine
that
from there.
6 is down
Left stab is gone.
Copy.
Snoopy copies, 751, clear to switch when able, contact Damascus Control 255.50.
75-1, switching to Damascus, thanks.
Okay, I've got the airfield lights
Power
inside.
lines in front.
Yep, Roger. I'm just gonna keep pumping out chaff as we're over the airfield here.
Roger. Fire control radar in front of us.
Copy that. To be expected.
Possible SA2 as well.
Yeah, SA2 is not gonna be a threat on us this low. Still doing good on gas. Just gonna keep pumping out the chaff.
Are those F-15s north of us hostile?
Rock 41, the F-15s northeast of you are hostile, targeted by friendly.
Oh my gosh, we're going right down the runway. Holy shit. That worked out well. I saw a fire up here and thought they were the runway lights. Whoa, AAA. Holy shit. Alright, let's go faster. Our lights are out.
Dang, that is beautiful.
Love it when a plan comes together. There's the AAA. Shit. Shit. Alright, weapons away.
Right?
Breaking right.
Jake.
Roger. Osiris 7's
Triple X
Palace
clear.
Cobra. Palace Cobra.
Obstacle ahead. Obstacle ahead. Obstacle
let's-
ahead. Obstacle ahead.
AAA fire to our rear shouldn't be a problem.
Copy that. Goddamn autopilot almost killed us there.
Alright, I got a bunch of fire cannons in front of us.
Roger that. Look on the TSD. Is there a city in front of us? By any chance?
1 second. Probably, yeah. Yeah, there is.
Roger.
Dirt to our 5 o'clock.
Roger. Not worried about it. Alright, I'm gonna couple the autopilot back up. Man, I was so busy, I didn't even get a chance to see the explosions.
I think by the time we got out of visual direction, got out of detection range by the time they blew up.
Yeah. Alright.
Fire can rear.
Yep, roger.
Air-to-air radar looks clear.
Perfect. Oh wow, you can see the moon. 11 o'clock high.
Dang.
Wow, that's
so does
pretty.
the F-15 have a like a HMCS? Like about 15 miles from 7?
34.
Oh, I'm completely wrong. I'm just guessing on the
Snoopy Osiris 7 picture.
Snoopy, picture please.
Copy. Wow, the people in that little town just got a midnight flyover.
Must be. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be really annoying. This thing is loud. Choose is looking clean.
Copy. Lots of power lines.
Stay firm. Should clear them all. Should be a nice chill flight back home.
Hopefully.
American Sierra 1. Snoopy. American Sierra 1 Snoopy on 301 to 25.
Over 25-1.
That was for a moon 2-1. Go for moon 2-1. Moon 2-1, be advised, most of the cap flights are currently RTB due to low state, so proceed with caution. Moon 2-1 copies.
15,000 pounds left. Fuel.
Copy that. I think we'll be fine. Once we get back to Dhimar, then we'll bring it up to a higher altitude, save some gas.
Roger.
Raw 3-1, when ready, contact Massive Control 255.50.
I got power lines again.
Copy. Thank you.
Contact Pedro Master Center, raw 3 flight.
Should be clear now.
Roger.
I think I see one of our 18s off our like 8 o'clock.
Roger. Okay, ridge crossing here.
I got dirt from our 150.
Copy.
Yeah, remember that patch that we passed through on our ingress?
Yeah,
We're gonna go through that again.
copy that. We'll be careful of that.
121, recommend Buster. 3 groups coming in southwest.
2-1, roger, Buster.
Correction, 2 groups northeast.
4 fire control radars to our 9 and 1 off our nose.
Track southwest. Hostile heavy,
Copy.
3 contacts. Group bullseye 050, 136, 23,000 to track southwest. Hostile heavy, 3 contacts. Group bullseye 054, 135, 23,000 track southwest. Hostile heavy, 3 contacts.
And 2-1, roger.
Alright, almost through the ridges here. It looks like we're still good on gas.
Yeah, we got about 13,000 left. Fire can almost on our nose.
Copy that. That got a little low. Sorry about that. Yep, still see that fire can on our nose. We'll try and go around it here. Oh, yep, I've got a city in sight. We'll try and avoid that city.
Yes, Fire cans now are at like our 11.
Roger. I think that's Tartus, yeah. Looks like our flight plan brought us right over the top of it, so that's not great. Try and avoid it here.
Power lines.
Insight.
Does the jammer actually work?
Not yet. Okay, we got an SA-2 on the air now. We are feet wet over water, so I'm going to bring it down to 200 feet.
Raj, I see it. He's off our 9.
Snoopy, SA-2 on the air, Bulls 213 for 108. I think we're below where you can even see us.
Snoopy's clean there.
I think we're below the fire control radar. Yeah, he's off our direct 9 now.
Yep, roger. It's in that city off our left there. Okay, now we're heading towards our waypoint.
be out of the fire control range.
Copy. Yeah, just keep using your targeting pod. Just keep sweeping out in front of us just to keep extra eyes on what's out there.
Tell you right now, it's wider.
Yep, right now it is for sure. We're going to turn inland at our next waypoint again here. We'll keep it low level for a while, then when we hit waypoint 9, we'll bring it back up to altitude, save a little gas on the way home.
Are you on the T-pod right now?
Nope.
Weird, it's not letting me move around.
Try holding,
Sloopy, this is a Moon 2-1. Mayday, mayday. We have an engine out and a wing on fire. Moon 2-1, negative contact. Stay off check. Roger, stand by. Moon 2-1 is 313 for 17. Confirm your bullseye 313 for 17. 318 for 20 now.
oh wow, they're deep in enemy territory.
Unless my INS is damaged. Yeah, there's no way you're 313 for 18.
What's that?
Who called in that mayday? Was it a 14?
That was, one of the strike eagles.
Oh, dang.
We are feet dry again. Getting closer and closer to home.
Moon 2-1, relative to Tabka, where are you?
I wish we could actually do CSAR, that'd be so much fun.
Moon 2-1 should be about 10 to 15 miles south.
We got lines.
Roger.
Twos is still there.
Roger. Still crossing ridges here. Whew. That was low.
Yeah, we're about to go into the valley and then we have one more ridge line and then I think we're clear.
Perfect.
Moon 2-1.
I want to quickly search up what this unarmed ATF means.
We'll bring us back up to 300 feet now that we're a little bit safer. And over this next ridge line, we'll be back in Dhimar, and we'll bring it up to altitude.
Right. I don't know why, but I really want to do some Apache things.
Don't break the immersion. In the video, please.
Oh, my bad.
121, negative contact. Unfortunately, I can't help you. If you can direct waypoint 11 and report the field inside, that'd be great.
I got power lines.
Roger.
Roger, Moon 2-1, you're going direct waypoint 11. Oscar 7-1, contact Damascus Control 255.50.
Was that for Osiris 7-1?
Correct.
Roger that. Over to Damascus Control for Osiris 7. We're climbing up to 10,000 feet. Alright, train following radar is secured. Alright, my radar again in the front seat. And we'll use it for traffic avoidance. Buck 7.
T-pod is coming up on.
Damascus Control, this is Osiris 7-1, climbing to 10,000 feet.
Osiris 7-1, Damascus Control radar contact. You're landing at H3 today, yes?
Affirm.
Osiris 7-1, climb maintain flight level 200, clear direct waypoint 11.
200, waypoint 11 for Osiris 7.
Continue flight descend maintain flight level 100, no delay.
100, no delay, Athena.
Plateau 9 flights, Damascus Control.
Alright, switches are safe. Lights coming on.
Second
We
frequency
are
for
fenced
Beta
out.
9.
Delta 9, you are on the correct frequency. I've contacted you quite a few times. Please respond next time. Left turn 113. Descend maintain flight level 100.
Ooh, called out.
110, Beta 9.
And Total 9, flight is 094 on this frequency as well.
No. This frequency.
Total 94, descend maintain flight level 150, left turn 146.
Descend and maintain, flight level 150, heading 46, Beta 94.
Traffic Angels 18.
Control Athena, can we get lower?
Athena flight, you're cleared to 5,000 QNH 3000.
Down to 5, Athena.
Are you on autopilot right now?
Nope, hand flying.
Plateau flight, left turn, correction, Plateau 92, left turn 136. Plateau 9 flight, left turn 136.
I got friendly contacts on radio.
Roger. I see him.
Plateau 9 flight, left turn 136. I say again, Plateau 9 flight, left turn 136.
Beta 9, 136.
Athena flight, right turn 210.
210, Athena.
Plateau 94, descend maintain flight level 150.
150.
Plateau 94, right turn 200.
200. Can we get a push tower?
35-1, do you have the field in sight?
10 miles working it, we got good instruments.
75-1, one established on the localizer, clear to switch tower. Stand by for frequency.
75-1.
75-1, one established on the localizer, clear to switch tower, 277.55.
27755, 75-1 field in sight, just high far.
Singapore 1, right turn, 234, joint final bearing.
234, final bearing, I think.
Singapore 4, report the field in sight.
In sight, I think.
Singapore 4, clear for the visual approach to runway 24 right, contact tower, stop at frequency.
Roger.
Contact tower 296.50.
29650, clear visual, 24 right. Arrival 75-1, field in sight, cancel IFR, looking for visual, where the downwind, 29.
75-1, clear for the visual approach, runway 24, contact tower.
And confirm runway 29H3.
Damascus Control, Homer 73 and rest of the flight excluding 71, checking in for descent to flight level 10. Last station calling, say again. Damascus Control, Homer 73, 74 and 72, checking in for landing into Marshall and descend into flight level 10. Number 7 flight, Damascus Control radar contact, continue descent to flight level 100, maintain current heading. Alpha 9 flight, descend maintain 3000.
Damascus Control is busy tonight. That's good though, that means lots of jets survived.
Alpha 9 flight, descend maintain 4000. I repeat, 4000.
Plato descending to 4000, barometric. Radar altimeter currently 2400.
Alpha 9 flight, Mars should be at your 12 o'clock, 15 miles, report the field in sight.
Plato, stand by.
Homer flights, left turn correction, 120, descend maintain, flight level 100, no delay.
I don't see them, where are they?
Repeat for Homer flight.
Oh.
Homer flight, left turn 130, descend maintain, flight level 100, no delay. Left turn 130, descend and maintain 100 for Homer.
Yep, I think he's a single ship. It would just lag on the radar.
Officer 9-5, report the field in sight, should be 12 o'clock, 10 miles.
Plato 9, to lit sight, proceeding initial landing.
Delta 9-5, clear for the visual approach to overhead brake, runway 24 right, caution, traffic is 12 miles, correction, 12.5 miles, on final.
Copy, overhead brake. Later, man.
And total 9 contact tower 296.5.
Well,
Raw 3-1, descend, maintain flight, correction 3,000 to Q, correction 4,000 to QNH 3000.
descend to 4,000, raw 3 flight. Tower, confirm left or right, runway 24.
And 24 right, 24 right.
Okay.
And Delta 9-5, left brake approved, report boom with the gear, and contact tower 296.5.
296.5.
Still have a little ways to go.
Damascus Patrol,
Yep.
H5.
Just under, or just over 100 nautical miles here.
H5, Damascus control, standby. H5, Damascus control, radar contact, which airfield are you landing at here?
Damascus Control, we're heading for Kalaha Tower, I think it's pronounced.
I'll be honest, I don't even know how to pronounce the airfield, but I do know where you're going, so standby.
I think it's Kalkala Tower.
Hades 5, clear direct waypoints 8, correction 7, descend maintain flight level 100. Damascus Control, Homer 73, request for right hand number 240.
Snoopy, Plato 94, question descent.
Delta 9-4, clear descent to 5,000 feet, QNH 3000.
Well, if we don't get a descent by 50 miles out, we'll ask for lower from Damascus
And
Control.
Hades
He's
5,
pretty busy.
correction on the waypoint, it should be waypoint 6 for you.
Yeah, copy, waypoint 6, descending to 1, Angels 10.
And Hades 5, yeah, you're cleared direct, waypoint 6, descend, maintain, 7,000 now. Delta 9-4, descend, maintain 5,000.
Alright, CMS measures coming up on.
What was that?
Damascus Control, Homer,
CMS
73,
measures
flight
coming up.
request, turn,
Roger.
250.
Yeah, go ahead and save it all up. We're all safe up front.
Homer 74, which airfield are you landing at? Sorry, I've got a lot of traffic at the moment. March right. Homer 74, right turn to
Safe up front.
290, descend maintain 7,000, QNH 3000.
I was like, man, the tracers came so close to us on our bombing run. I was like scrunching down in my seat. I was like, oh man, don't hit us, don't hit us.
Mars should be 12 o'clock, so
Yeah, I'm like,
on the side.
I definitely thought at the end of that we'd have a hole in the wind.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But
Delta 9-4, clear for the visual
We're not
approach to
happy.
overhead
Here.
brake runway 24 right,
No,
contact
it
tower
worked out.
296.5.
we went in A10. We most definitely would have found a couple holes.
LR31 left turn 293.
Left turn 293, right.
LR31, apologies, there's a lot I'm doing right now.
Damascus Control, Osiris 7 requesting lower.
Osiris 7, say again, your step on.
Osiris 7's requesting lower.
Osiris 7, descend maintain flight level 100, thank you for your patience.
100 for Osiris 7.
We have 8,300 left. Fuel.
Copy that.
Hades 5 flight,
Let's do a nice idle descent here.
5,000.
Hades 5-1, 5,000.
Homer 7 flight, right turn 280.
Right turn 280 for Homer 73 and 1.
Olympus flight, Damascus Control. Left turn 270.
Left turn 270, right 1.
Damascus Control, Homer 73 and flight request, descent to Angels 5. Homer 7 for, Homer 7 flight, descent maintain 4,000. Descent and maintain
back in the suit.
4,000, Homer 7.
How many miles we got left?
Uh, 44 miles. Damascus Control. Osiris 7 has unknown aircraft circling above H3 at 30,000 feet. Do you see that on scope?
Negative, I do not see that on scope, but stand by, stand by.
And Damascus Control, hello, this is Olympus flight of 3 F-14s. Our number 3 has a fuel emergency requesting nearest airstrip.
Stand by, Homer 7 flight, descend and maintain 3,000 when able. Descend and maintain 3,000 when able.
Oh, I'm not seeing that airplane anymore. I see
Control, we are
Ra
climbing back up to
on
Angels
approach.
8 through the traffic to our left.
Traffic is no factor, traffic is no factor.
They are co-located at our altitude, over.
On my radar showing that you guys have at least 1,000 feet of separation. Well, that's okay, that's okay. Page 5 flight, when able, descend, maintain 5,000.
Yep, definitely got Ra on radar. He's on approach to the field right now. I'm not seeing that unknown aircraft, so just keep an eye out.
The H3 should be your 1 o'clock, 7 miles report to film site.
Which airfield are we going to?
H3.
H3, alright, thank you.
Control, Olympus R3 is reporting to SACOL at the moment.
Olympus Flight C, you got an emergency aircraft, correct?
R3 is fuel emergency state under 1.
Olympus 1-3, Olympus Flight, you are clear to go direct to Marsh, so right turn 240. Homer 7 Flight, left turn 250. Last 3-1, left brake approved before being with gear. Hayes Flight, right turn 250.
Right turn 250, Hayes Flight.
And Hayes Flight,
Alright, field in sight. Field's right underneath us.
3 o'clock, 14 miles.
And there is Ra doing his break.
Left overhead brake on H3 runway 29, Ra flight.
Roughly 1, contact tower 277.55.
Contact the tower, roughly.
Buster 71, descend maintain 5,000 to QNH 3000.
3 and zeros, 5,000 for Osiris 7.
Homer 7 Flight, Marsh should be your 12 o'clock, 9 miles report to field site. Homer 7 Flight, clear for the visual approach to overhead brake runway 24 right, contact tower 296.5.
It's going to be button 5 for the tower. Got that in the scratch pad for us.
And you are clear for landing runway 29. QNH is 30.00.
Oh, nope, don't change over yet.
Down, turn if...
My bad.
Hayes Flight, yes.
Control, Hayes Flight, runway inside, we're doing a straight-in approach.
Hayes Flight, clear for the straight approach, runway 25, contact tower, contact tower 275.25.
Damascus Control, Osiris 7's reporting runway lineup point.
Osiris 7, cleared to Christian standby. Osiris 7, right turn 281, cleared to Icon
281, right turn, for Osiris 7. Jeez, I almost said my airline call sign. .281 degrees, right-hand turn. That should hopefully put us close to final.
Olympus 1-3, right turn 244, altitude your discretion.
I'm gonna keep that 2's page up just in case, because I didn't like that unknown aircraft flying around.
Alright, we got 7,000 pounds of fuel left.
Roger, that's plenty.
Olympus 13 and Olympus 15, descend maintain flight level 200.
Very good, Vector.
For Olympus 1.
And Olympus flight actually is down to flight level 100, apologies.
100 for Olympus 1.
Control Osiris 7. Just making sure you didn't forget about us.
Yep, Osiris 7-1, HD should be 1 o'clock, 11 miles, report to field site.
Copy that. Osiris 7 is currently IMC.
Osiris 7-1, right turn to 335.
335, Osiris 7. I got some kind of light out there.
Damascus Control, Olympus Flight R5 is unable to go down to 10 due to fuel. They should be able to make it though.
Is he out in front of us?
Understood. Olympus 15 is
There we go, field
20
sight.
miles from Marsh.
Osiris 7-1 has the field in sight.
Osiris 7-1 cleared for the visual approach to overhead brake runway 29er, contact tower 277, decimal 55.
7755 for Osiris 7. Thanks a lot. Alright, bring us over to channel 5.
We're on 5.
H3 Tower, this is Osiris 7 in the upwind for the overhead for runway 29er.
Osiris 7-1, H3 Tower, radar contact, 3 miles. You are cleared for landing runway 29er at your discretion through the overhead brake, QNH 30.00, winds are 5 knots at 315.
Copy that, 3 and 0s, and are we clear to land on 29?
Not seeing any other planes in the pattern right now.
Copy. H3 Tower, Osiris 7, just want to double check. We are cleared to land runway 29, correct?
Osiris 7-1, correct. You are cleared to land runway 29er.
Copy that, clear to land runway 29er. Alright, we're on the reciprocal heading, so we're definitely lined up for the right runway, so...
Airspace is yours, no traffic in sight for miles.
Copy that, Osiris 7. Just trying to get in on the runway before this rain squall off our nose comes over the airfield. So I'm cutting it a little tight. So sorry to scare you in the back seat there.
I'm good. Having fun back here.
Alright, 3 green, flaps are down, speed brakes extended. Not to float too much here.
Low altitude. Low altitude.
There we go.
And there come the brakes.
Yep. We are on the ground. Not the prettiest landing, but it worked.
Osiris 7-1, you are cleared to taxi to south parking crossing runway 24 at your discretion.
I've got taxi south parking, crossing 24 our discretion.